So hi, welcome everyone. So today's program is to write a program to find the square of a number. So number can be from 1 to 10. So using a lookup table. So here we need to do the two things. We'll write a program to find the square of a number. So number can be 1, 2, 3, 4, any number between 1 to 10. And we need to uh, find the square root by using the lookup table. So we have to write a lookup table also. So in this program, we are writing a program to find the square root, and if we give some value like 6, so the result of 6 is 36, 6 square is 36, and the corresponding hex value is 24. The answer result will be stored in R3. So coming to this program, so first we know that we'll write the program with starting with the area. So this defines the we are defining an area. So that area is given with a name. Next is we have given square. Next is what type of area it is. So what we are writing in this area. Is this a code memory or a data memory? So here we are defining it as a code memory. Next, so what type of memory we are using? So it can be a read-only memory or it can be read-write memory. Here the code memory is read-only memory. So we'll start a program with entry. So this marks the first instruction to be executed. We'll start. Next line we'll write a start. So in the next line, so first we'll load the table address into the R0. So we write a table. So in that table we have saved the square roots of each number. So that table address is stored in R0. That is load register R0 comma is equal to table 1. So here we have a table 1. So this table 1 is nothing but this one. So here we have written a table for the square roots. So the address of this first number is copied to the R0 register. Next, LDR R1 comma is equal to 8. So here we are writing this number 8. So here we need to write the number which we want to find the square root. Here for this program it is 8. So that 8 will be saved in R1. In the next line, we will generate the corresponding address to square of a given number. So to do that, we have written this instruction: move R1 comma LSL hash 0 2. Here in this instruction, we'll shift left the number which is there in R1 to 2 times. Left shifted for 2 times. So if it is left shifted for 2 times, it will be multiplied by 4. So here we are making it as 4 because for each number we are using 4 bytes to store the result, because it is a 32-bit microcontroller. So that's why it takes 38 bits into 4 bytes is equal to 32 bits. For that reason we are multiplying with 4. In the next instruction, we'll add 2 values to generate an address in the lookup table. So here R0 is added with R1 and the result is saved in R0. R0 is having an address of first number. Next R1 is added. That is R1 is 8. So that 8 is multiplied by 4. So we'll get that answer. So that value and this R0 value is added and the result is saved in R0. So this gives the address of a element in the lookup table. Next line, so we'll copy the value of square of given number to R3. So how we are copying? So in this R0 we will get the address. Within brackets R0 means the address at this address, the value present in R0, at this address we have some data, that is our square root answers. So that will be copied to R3. So next we'll stop the program. So we'll give some no op instructions which doesn't do anything. So at the end we'll write an end of the file. So to execute this, we need a software called as Keil Microvision software. So we'll go to Keil Microvision project. So we'll create a new Microvision project. I'll give a name. So first in D drive, I will create a new folder. So folder name can be anything. So I will give ABCD as a folder name. So in this ABCD folder, there is nothing. So we'll create a project. So here the project is to find the square root. So we'll give the SQR as a project name. So next we need to select the target device. So here our target device is LPC2148. So this is the microcontroller we are using, which is of ARM7. So we'll give OK. Next, we'll select No. So it doesn't start any startup file. Next, we'll create a new file. So go to File and click New, or we can go with the shortcut New. So here we'll write a program. So after writing a program, we'll save this program. To save this, we'll click on Save and we'll give a name SQR and the extension is .asm because we are written the program in a assembly language program. That's why we are writing it as ASM. So once we save this, so we need to look for this main thing, that is whatever there is in blue color instructions, that should be written after a tab. So whatever we have a sentence which is coming after this semicolon, so that will be considered as comments. So next, after saving this, we need to add this to our source group. Right click on source group, add existing file to source group. So next, we should add this. So at the first time we can't see our program because here the files of type is C program. So we need to select it as ASM. Then we can see that as ASM file. So we'll add this and we'll close. So we can see that our program is added. Next, we should build this program. So that is, we'll check for the errors. If we have any errors in this program, so that can be checked by using this build option. So we can go with project and build target, or else we can go with the shortcut build. So once we click on build, it will build the program and it shows the number of errors and warnings. So here in this program, we don't have any errors and warnings. So it will be shown as 0 errors and 0 warnings. Next, to run this program, to debug this program, so we can go for debug, start or stop debug session, or else we can go with this shortcut start or stop debug. So give OK. So it will enter into a debug mode. So here in the left side we can see the registers. So whatever the registers we have used, that will be saved here. So this is our main program. A corresponding assembly language code is written here. So in this area, so we have a memory. So we'll see the memory. So we have saved some values here, right? So that values will be saved in some memory. That memory also we can see. For this program, we are not using any external RAM, so that's why we are not going with this memory part. So to run this program, we can run in different ways. So directly we can run full program by clicking on this run symbol, or else we can go with step-by-step execution of the program. So we'll go with step-by-step execution of the program. So we'll press once. It will give the table is started from the address which is stored in R0. The address is 20. So we can see that at 20 address 0x20. So at 20 address we have some values, that is square root values. This is 0, 1, 4, 9, 10, 19. So the values are stored here. So next we'll go with LDR R1 comma is equal to 8. So that 8 value is stored to R1. Next we'll move the address to R1. That the address is 20 and R1 is multiplied into 2. That R1 is multiplied, left shifted 2 times, that is multiplied by 4. Next, R0 value will add 2 things, that is 8 plus this value, what we have 20. So we will get this 40 as the answer. Next, we will move this value result which is stored in address R0 is moved to R3. So the result is 40. So square root of 8 is 64, that is equivalent hex number is 40, the result is 40. So this is how we can save the result. Result is saved in R3. So you can change the number to find the square root. So where we need to change? Here. So first we have given 8. Now I will give 6 as a value. So once we save anything in the program, so we need to save this and we need to build this. Next we will go with debug, and next we will run step by step. So we can see that the number we are finding, square root for the number we are finding is 6. So for 6 is square root is 24. So 6 is 36, a corresponding value is 24. That 24 number is stored in the resultant register, that is 24. To stop this debug session, so once again click on this start or stop debug session. So you can stop the program. Thank you.